Whenever off-road use is at the center of operations, wherever conventional transport vehicles need help or could even be damaged, whenever safe arrival even under the toughest conditions is called for, quite simply, wherever maximum mobility is at stake, in all these situations you need the extreme off-road capability of the Unimog. Its technology as an extreme off-road transport vehicle is designed for use on the most demanding terrain. The heart of every Unimog is the tried and tested Mercedes-Benz diesel engine. An engine as equally distinguished by its durability, low fuel consumption and long maintenance intervals as it is by its environmental friendliness, a merit achieved thanks to state-of-the-art exhaust gas purification. A common feature of these engines is the torque maximum over a wide speed range, as well as the reversible engine characteristics for on-road and off-road use, or when equipment is fitted. Together, they ensure outstanding tractive power while retaining speed under varying conditions. The location of the radiators also provides protection against damage and dirt. The radiators for the charge air and engine cooling are located high up and next to each other, each with their own fan drive, thus eliminating damage from branches. This stops the vehicle from getting dirty when driving through water and mud and enables suction cleaning after traveling through dusty terrain. The vehicle is able to navigate fords up to 1.20 meters in depth thanks to its design in the area of axles, transmission and brakes. The generously dimensioned clutch is maintenance-free, self-adjusting and easy to operate. It can be finely modulated even at low speeds. The Unimog basic transmission with 8 gears from 6 till 90 km an hour is especially finely tuned in the lower gears. The working gear range can be extended to 16 full load gears from 1.2 km an hour at nominal speed. This allows it to travel off-road with precision and clutch-friendly operation over extremely rough surfaces or areas difficult to reach. On-road, it can get to its destination in a way that saves time and costs. Rapid reversal of the driving direction is important when off-road, be it for the fire service, disaster relief or simply rocking free from difficult terrain. The synchronized reverse shifting EQR, fitted as standard in all Unimog vehicles, enables rapid reversal of the driving direction, thus allowing the vehicle to get free. The highly mobile Unimog range comprises the chassis U3000 to 5000 with a 3.25 meters short wheelbase for increasing the maneuverability and ramp angle. A 3.85 meters long wheelbase lets us extend the body area to achieve a larger contact surface for cranes and aerial devices or enable a longer platform. The four-wheel drive with 100% effective differential locks is important when off-road. On-road, the highly mobile Unimog travels with rear-wheel drive. If only one wheel is on a smooth road surface, this will spin. When driving onto off-road terrain, it is therefore necessary to switch to four-wheel drive. Activating the differential locks in both axles makes it possible to get to grips with even the toughest situations, as long as only one wheel has enough traction. The front axle drive and the differential locks can be activated and deactivated pneumatically on the move without interrupting the traction force. Without all-wheel drive and lock activation, there is enormous slip and poor traction. Practical experience has shown. All-wheel drive and locking enable the Unimog to achieve its legendary off-road capability. The sturdy and torsion-proof frame forms the backbone of the highly mobile U3000-5000. It ensures both stability on the road and tremendous adjustment to terrain while off-road in conjunction with the progressive action coil springs. This means the vehicle can adapt to each load state in such a way that driving performance remains essentially the same, whether laden or unladen. Even extremely diagonal distortions are perfectly normal strains for the Unimog. It enables an axle twist of up to 1.2 meters. Thanks to the three-point suspension, no tension can be felt in the cab or the body, even in the case of large distortions. The frame is tested for these operational requirements in the toughest test series, both on the test bench and in the harsh conditions of real life. Do you know any other wheeled vehicle that can take these loads in its stride? The single tires of the wheel axle are also important for off-road use, with the result that the rear wheel follows the front wheel in the same track and so does not have to lay any power-consuming own track. We are referring here to the multipass effect. In addition, the speed of the front and rear axle is completely synchronous. This is especially important on varying terrain in order to avoid distortions in the powertrain and damage to the ground as a result of forced slip. Both axles are equally strong and designed with a portal axle construction. In other words, the axle centerline is up to 15 centimeters above the wheel center. This means that a high clearance from the ground of up to 50 centimeters can be attained in conjunction with the large tires. The Unimog can therefore drive through ruts or over obstacles where other vehicles would have long got stuck. They also generate the full torque at the wheel only, meaning that the powertrain can be streamlined to increase the payload. The outstanding climbing capability of the highly mobile Unimog is achieved by both the chassis and powertrain. Not only the mechanical stability as revealed by the equally strong axles and differential locks, but also the ability to maintain lubrication in extreme situations makes the Unimog suitable for demanding operations. Inclines of up to 100% are no problem to its exceptional design. It can even cope with inclines up to 110% in extreme cases. The compact and versatile Unimog also offers tremendous features for off-road use. Very steep hill starts can be handled with an approach angle of 41 degrees without any problem. With at least 46 degrees, the angle of departure is even steeper. The high clearance above the road, expressed by a ramp angle of 38 degrees, allows road bumps to be driven over without bottoming. When it comes to difficult or flooded terrain, the high mobility U3000 to 5000 reveals even more exceptional features. The two thrust tubes for the front and rear axle protect the drive shafts effectively against dirt and damage, and even prevent straw or bushes from getting tangled up. This maintains mobility and prevents damage or the risk of fire. A lower vehicle center of gravity and optimum track width enable handling on slopes up to 38 degrees. The lubrication of all units remains unaffected by this. In contrast to most other all-wheel drive vehicles, every Unimog is equipped with the dual-circuit disc brake system as standard on all four wheels. These have a remarkable self-cleaning effect and are extensively resistant to overheating. The Unimog disc brakes can also be modulated very finely and are both durable and cost-saving. The Unimog has a dual-circuit engine brake as standard. This maintains the effect of the service brake when driving over hilly terrain for long periods while preventing overheating, and going easy on brake pads and discs as a result. Service costs are kept low. The 4-channel ABS, an enormous boost to safety on the road, may prove to be a hindrance when navigating mountainous terrain, as it prevents the wheels from jamming. The ABS can be deactivated in the Unimog for these types of operation, so that a lump of earth can bring the vehicle to stop, even on a slope. The semi-forward control cap enables comfortable and secure alighting behind the front axle. Clearly laid out and easy to reach control elements make it easier for the driver to navigate difficult terrain. The driver and front passenger seat are located in the vibration-damped area behind the front axle, ensuring better conditions for the occupant's back and health. The spacious cab has enough room for 3 people. Up to 6 people even can comfortably be carried to the scene of operation in the crew cab. An additional advantage is provided by the automatic gear shift mechanism, automatic shift. It declutches and shifts fully automatically. The automatic gear shifting on the road enables the driver to select the optimum gear for the most economical consumption, which means the Unimog can save extra fuel. This makes road travel easier for the driver, allowing him or her to concentrate fully on the traffic. It can also be shifted manually, especially for off-road use. In especially difficult operations, it can even declutch manually, so that the flow of power remains closed in all circumstances. That makes it superior to every automatic transmission. To ensure the vehicle reaches the site where it is needed both in urban areas as well as out in the forest, the overall height of the highly mobile Unimog begins at less than 2.70 meters. The cab width is only 1.96 meters. The round roof hatch allows fire service and disaster relief crews to respond efficiently from the vehicle. The tire pressure is very important for a high-speed off-road vehicle. When traveling on the road, this needs to be high, so as to ensure reliable directional stability and minimize wear to the tires. Too low a tire pressure on the road would heat the tires unnecessarily, putting them at risk. In contrast to this, a low tire pressure is crucial for off-road use if ground and environmental damage is to be avoided. Up to a speed of 20 kilometers an hour, the required road tire pressure can be reduced to around 45% or even 33% when driving more slowly straight ahead, in order to double the traction. A comparison can be made here. Deep tire tracks result when driving over sandy slopes with high air pressure. Only 10 centimeters track depth corresponds to an extra gradient of 10% that needs to be overcome. Getting stuck is therefore inevitable if the tire pressure is high. Reducing the tire pressure during travel with the Unimog tire pressure control system tire control makes it possible to handle the same gradient without any problem while doubling the traction. All this without causing damage to the ground through tire slip, which could entail very high compensation payouts. The highly mobile Unimog U3000 to 5000 comes with a hydraulic system for the cable winch drive with up to 60 liters per minute at 240 bar, in other words, 24 kilowatts power. Hydraulic tools such as chainsaws, drills, break-open hammers, and cutting discs can also be operated with this at high power. The transmission power takeoff with up to 150 kilowatts power serves for operating cranes and lifting work platforms. Fire service pumps are supplied with up to 115 kilowatts power via the extremely rapid power takeoff. In surface mining and on large area construction sites, technical support and fuel supplies need to be ensured for the heavy machinery and equipment. The Unimog supplies fuel reliably and on time in any weather condition. Expensive downtimes and laborious empty runs are a thing of the past. Staff need to reach their workplace quickly and on time. Every minute of work costs money, and machine idle times are extremely expensive. The Unimog, with its progressive coil springs, can transport up to 27 people to their workplace, reliably and with back comfort in mind, even in the harshest weather conditions and without a road network. A defect has brought the conveyor to a standstill. Repairs are needed rapidly. The Unimog transports the skilled personnel and mobile workshop reliably and rapidly to the site. The operational readiness of the machine is restored as fast as possible. Production can continue, and the Unimog is already en route to a new call-out. Wherever crane work under the toughest condition calls for the utmost urgency, the Unimog comes into its own. The personnel, crane and extra load reach the scene of operation reliably and on time. The Unimog enables rapid and professional conveyor assembly and repair. Cranes of up to 36 meter tons can also be used in difficult-to-reach locations with the Unimog. Boreholes do not depend on the road network. The rapid installation of the drilling rig on the Unimog and safe arrival at the scene of operation saves valuable time and money. No matter whether you are drilling for water, oil, or geothermal energy, or taking rock samples. Every day, thousands of Unimog vehicles are in service for inspection and repair work at coal, oil and gas plants. They are also indispensable aids for power line or pipeline construction. When it comes to supplying oil, the Unimog provides an invaluable service in the search for and exploration of deposits. In loose desert sands, its extreme off-road capability makes sure it reaches the destination safely, so as to safeguard supply. The maintenance and repair of medium and high voltage power lines calls for rapid and reliable access to the construction sites. Ground-friendly driving using the Unimog integral central tire inflation system avoids high compensation costs. The Unimog enables live work with the insulated lifting work platforms without loss of time or damage to crops. The recovery of vehicles from difficult terrain after accidents is often only possible with the Unimog. The Unimog is often the first vehicle to reach the trouble spot, ready to clear the rubble away after a natural disaster and enabling people to be rescued. With the front loader, water barriers can be erected rapidly and effectively. Roads and other routes are often flooded after extreme rainstorms. The water clearance of the Unimog allows people and animals to be rescued from serious difficulties under these conditions. In surface mining, conveyor belts have to be monitored around the clock. The Unimog easily achieves this task without the need for an expensive road network. When danger is looming, it can quickly be just where it is needed, even over longer distances and across the toughest terrains, allowing it to rescue people, put out a fire, or salvage valuable goods. Rescue vehicles have to reach every accident zone rapidly and reliably. Every second counts during a rescue mission. The slightest delay through getting stuck could put lives at stake. Rescue services using the Unimog can reach the scene of the accident efficiently and in the shortest time, allowing them to rescue victims and bring them to safety. The chassis concept behind the Unimog with its coil springs allows the patient to be transported away with due care, even from difficult terrain. A lightning strike has started a forest fire. Every minute counts. The forest, villages and towns are at risk from the flames. The Unimog and its crew are on their way to the trouble spot at full speed. The shortest route passes across the toughest terrain. Even the most severe distortion has no effect on the body. The tank is not exposed to any strain through axle twist. This extends the service life and eliminates high repair costs. The self-protection system cools the Unimog and its key components, allowing it to drive up to the front line of the fire zone. The outstanding off-road capability of the Unimog makes it the only wheeled vehicle able to drive direct to the fire. This does away with the need to lay long hose lines to the fire. The firemen do not have to remain in the hazard zone outside the vehicle, where they would otherwise put themselves at risk. If you have missions to be carried out economically under the most demanding conditions, then why not trust the Unimog?